everyone, it's Feeding Dragon. Today is the 3rd of May and I already inked 6 different pens, which is way more than I usually do. So I'm excited to show you what I have right now. From now on, I will make my writing sample on my ink journal, which I will probably do a flip through in the future. It is a Yusari notebook, blank A5 size. The first pen and ink combination here is my Lotus Shikhar Woody with marked Bacas Predator Blade Nib, and I fill it with Lamy 2024 Special Edition Blackberry. This nib writes fine on the regular writing side, and it's a blade nib on the reverse side. I personally love it more if I write on the reverse side just because it's way smoother and it gets me a more interesting line width compared to the regular angle. Aside from that, the regular side is very sharp and I don't really feel comfortable writing with it, as it feels as if the nib steps on the paper. So by now I've already embraced that with this specialized nib, the marked Bacas Predator blade, I will mostly spend my writing time on the reverse side compared to the regular side. This Lamy Blackberry hits like a storm last year. It is a purple with a very strong goldenish brownish sheen. This ink turns out very dark in writing. It flows very wet and well, but it's way too shiny to my preference in general. The base color of Blackberry, which we can see a little bit on the left part here and on the top part here, is very close to Herban Posier de Lune and Rowan Klingler's Scapiosa. The sheen is kinda similar to Diamine Purple Rain, and even though both are purple and both have sheen, Lamy Blackberry and Lamy Dark Lilac, the original from 2016, are totally different inks. Next up, I have my Kaweco Perkeo with medium nib, and I fill it with Kobe 39 Kobe Brick. I previously thought that this ink would be on the more purplish brownish, but apparently it's like a reddish kind of brown. As always, Kobe ink flows very well in the pen. I really love how it feels, and I have no complaints about this ink at all. So far, when writing with this pen and ink combination, it always put a smile on my face, and I think that's a very good indicator that it is a very nice experience. Base color wise, in writing, it looks quite similar to Tachia Hokusai Penisuchi. It is slightly brighter compared to KW Set Brown No. 2 and Waterman Absolute Brown. My third pen and ink combination is my Majohn A1 in Fishscale with Pilot 18 karat medium gold nib, and I fill it with Diamine Honey Burst. It has been almost 2 years since I first inked Diamine Honey Burst, and it does not disappoint. Whenever I think about yellow ink, in my mind, Diamine Honey Burst is always the first ink that comes to mind. It's such a lovely yellow color. It's dark enough that it's legible. It flows very well. Just makes me very happy looking at this ink. I only have a sample, but I've been thinking of buying a bottle, which I haven't done, of course. Well, for the pen itself, I try my best to be comfortable with this Majohn A1, but the clip makes it not comfortable for me to write for long writing session. Writing sample wise, Diamine Honey Burst have kinda similar base color to Pelikan Edelstein Golden Peril, which may be hard to get right now. It's yellower compared to Wearingeul Gyeonghui and Robert Oster Brandy. It's more orange compared to Herban Amber de Bermani. My fourth pen and ink combination is my Leonardo Memento Zero Lavanda colorway. It was a broad nib which Bruce from Fondo Plumo transformed into Broad Architect. I fill it with Sailor Manyo Ayame. I got the pen with the rose gold trim, but near the slit the plating is already kinda off. The Sailor Manyo Ayame is very light in writing. I'm quite lucky with my pairing because this Broad Architect is generally wet. The ink is on the drier side. It's very light in color. It does have interesting colors in the swatch. So it is like a sage green on the grayish side, and on the parts where the ink pool, it looks purple. It is quite visible in this writing sample, although in other paper it's not as significant. My main problem with this ink is that it's just way too light. So yeah, it is clearly a green ink with a grayish undertone and purple here and there. It is slightly darker than Pannonia Susmu, but still I will not use this ink in fine or smaller nib, and I will stick with my wet nibs and also fountain pen friendly paper. My next pen and ink combination is my Kaweco Sport limited edition from 2022 Iridescent Pearl with double broad nib, and I fill it with Wearingeul Wayfarer. This Kaweco Sport is one of my earliest pen in my collection, and I bought it just because it is being widely recommended by the community. I really love the color. However, I feel like the grip section is way too small for my comfort level. I have a small hand, so I can write with this pen without posting it, but still I get hand cramps if I write more than 5 or 10 minutes. Kaweco Sport in general is just not for me, and that's okay. This Wearingeul Wayfarer is such a lovely color. It is a teal with little red sheen and a little bit of shimmer, even though it's not really that clear on my swatch as well. I have a couple of similar colors here. If you really want to have more sheen with this color, then I can recommend Color First Graffiti Wave. If you need something much more busy, then I can recommend Agackakan Emerald the G4, which has way more sheen and way more shimmer. If you want it to be just a tad bit greener, then I can recommend Robert Oster Tranquility. And lastly, if you need similar color but on a budget, then I can recommend Diamine Aurora Borealis. My 6 pen and ink combination is my Studyo Agackakan Primary Manipulation 1WP2 model. I have my Franklin Christoph medium sig nib in it, and I fill it with Robert Oster Crazies. This combination is just perfect. As you might have known, the sig nib is my favorite nib, and this Studyo Agackakan pen is the perfect body for it. The ink flows very well, and it's unlike the blue ink that I've ever tried before. It is a blue ink, but it also have like this grayish tint and also the purplish tint, which makes it a comfortable ink to look at. If we compare it like this, Robert Oster Crazies is way more gray than Waterman Serenity Blue, and it is more purplish compared to Herban Blue Nude. The last pen and ink combination that I have here is my Platinum Prefounte with medium nib, and I fill it with Platinum Lavender Black. This Platinum Prefounte nib is very smooth, and it's way thicker compared to what I initially thought about Japanese nib in general. I thought that I can write with this pen for long writing sessions, but apparently I cannot. But it is still a nice pen to write with, and especially I love the ink that I put in here. So it's a Platinum Lavender Black, which dries a darker color compared to when it was wet. It's fascinating to see the color change when I was writing with it. Although I don't know if it's the ink, it's the pen, or it's just my usage. It sometimes writes drier and even stop writing, but after a few shakes, then it's going okay. It is still a mystery that I have still yet to solve. But when it writes well, it writes well. Platinum Lavender Black kinda looks similar to Ackerman Leven's Cardinal Pars, and it's just a little bit redder compared to Ron Klingner Alt Bordeaux. It is definitely more purple compared to Tachia Ume Murasaki and Diamine Raspberry Rose. This is all the pen and ink combination that I currently have. What do you think? See you on the next one. Bye bye!